Okay, just looking at the two springs for the rear, you can definitely see a difference between the OEM 2017 WRX spring and the STI Type S pink springs. I think these are better known as Type RA shocks, and these would be the springs that go with it. Definitely a lot of coils. I guess the compression rate's a lot higher. I don't really understand how the car drops 1/4 of an inch if the spring is so high, but definitely spring rate is going to be different. I think there's definitely going to be a difference in the feelings of the rear. I also did the struts. These are the Type RA struts, better known as the Type S in Japan. It's really good construction. If you look at the bottom seating area, if you just look at that, how thick that metal is compared to the stock. Compared to the stock, there is a noticeable difference in the thickness of the hat. Also, I noticed the connection point to the lower control arm is a little bit different. It's a little bit different. It looks like there's more or less bushing area, so it's going to be a little bit stiffer, more control. If you look at that, they got that inner ring there compared to the other one. Let's go ahead and take a look at it installed. Here it is installed. I have it this way. The one thing that kind of got me confused was usually I see the coils with the jacket. It's this portion right here. Usually I see that on the bottom, but you know, I had to look at so many pictures, and I finally figured out that it's actually supposed to be on the top. Another thing that I noticed was the STI label. It's on this side, on the other side of the spring. Typically you see it right here. That kind of threw me off. I'm not sure if that's correct, but I did check some install videos, and what I did was I compared this portion right here, where it was this area right here where it sits, and I saw that that's where it was for somebody who had done some springs on their Type RA with the Bilstein shocks, so I was able to do that. I went and also upgraded the lower control arm and the front lateral link. This one, this right here, this piece right. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't get that. This piece, well, I can't. It's hard for me to point it out. If I'm not getting good light, it's too dark, but I guess I'll talk about it next time. But anyways, just wanted to show you guys everything. Just a couple of tips. I don't know if you guys saw my previous one, but I scratched the crap out of my front suspension components because I used some really cheap McPherson spring compressors, like 30 bucks. It also wasted a lot of my time too to get the actual spring in. But I went ahead and I got one of these. It's a JDM SK3500. I didn't get sponsored or anything. I just want to show you guys. This made it a lot easier to do those springs. I know they show in the videos for most people that you don't have to compress it, the rear springs. But if you saw what if you look at this, it's a lot easier to compress. I didn't even bother trying to not use that McPherson strut compressor, because you look how much taller this spring is compared to the OEM. It's a big difference, and just using this spring compressor, the JDM, it made it so much easier. It's the JDM SK3500. It's pretty awesome. It's made in Korea too. I don't know if that really is a big deal for you guys, but thought I'd just kind of bring that up. But it made a huge difference. I just put some masking tape around all the areas that touched the suspension components, and it really made a difference. I don't have any scratches on my beautiful setup here. If you look at it, it's just absolutely beautiful. I love the way it came out. I wish I did for the springs, but I didn't. Anyways, I'm wondering if I could do it the other way around, where the STI sticks out to the outside. Let me know in your comments if you guys know if I can reverse the orientation. I don't see it really making that big of a difference, but I went ahead and just followed what I saw in the videos of other people with Type RAs and Bilstein shock installations for their STI. But yep. Anyways, thank you very much. Talk to you guys later.